Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Aditya and you're watching One Stop Spot. So guys, in today's video, we will be seeing how to diagnose problems with an RC car or any remote control car and what you need to do to fix it. So guys, for this video, I've got this RC car over here. It does not run and I don't know what the problem is. So guys, we will be finding out what the problem is and what I need to do to fix it. So guys, if the problem is a remote, please do check out my upcoming videos on how to solve problems with the remote, as this video deals especially with the internal car problems. So guys, I'll definitely put the link to that video in the description box below once it's uploaded. So guys, if you have any doubts regarding this, please do comment in the comment section below and I will definitely reply to them. So guys, by the end of this video, you will be able to solve any RC car problem. So watch the video till the end, and with this, let's get started. So guys, we first need to diagnose the problem in the RC car. So guys, for that, the first thing that we need is a screwdriver. So guys, for this car, I only need one type of screwdriver. So guys, depending upon your remote control vehicle, you may need many types of screwdrivers or just one or two. So guys, the next thing that you need is the batteries. So guys, for that you just need to flip the remote control vehicle to the battery compartment over here. So guys, you just need to look somewhere around the battery compartment or inside the battery compartment for the voltage. So guys, if you can see over here is written DC 7.2 volt. So guys, that's the voltage for this car. So guys, for testing you need double the voltage of the batteries. So guys, double of 7.2 is 14.4. So guys, 5 volts here and there is okay. So I've taken two 9 volt batteries, joined them together to give me 18 volts. So guys, we do this because the battery that we put in, the original battery, has a very high discharge capacity compared to the low discharge capacity of the testing batteries. So guys, we only need these two materials for diagnosing the problem. So let's get started with the diagnosing. So guys, we first need to remove the plastic structure from the underlying chassis. So guys, to do that you need to take your screwdriver or the different types of screwdrivers depending upon your remote control vehicle and flip the vehicle to get to the underside and then remove all the screws on the underside guys. So in this car I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 screws. So guys, I will be unscrewing all the screws and once I'm done I will come back to you. So guys, I've unscrewed all the screws over here. As you can see here, I've got them all. So guys, keep them safely, do not misplace them as it might be difficult to get the exact spare screws. So guys, as you can see here, there are few screws over here, here and inside these plastic wheels. So guys, do not remove them, only remove the screws that are over here. So guys, the next thing is to open the plastic compartment from the chassis. So guys, don't do this when the car is flipped or the vehicle is flipped. Bring it down to the original side like this and then remove the plastic compartment. So guys, don't be afraid to open it. Nothing is going to happen. Do it slowly and just don't pull it off as you might just snap some wires. It's advisable to just move the plastic compartment to the sides. So guys, as you can see here, a lot of wires are going to the plastic compartment for the light and things like that. So guys, it's actually pretty damaged. As you can see here, the wires are just coming out. So guys, we'll be fixing all of that. So guys, the opening is done. Now we will be doing the testing so that we know what the problem is. So guys, grab your batteries. So guys, we will be using the batteries to test the two motors, one for the steering as well as for the forward, backward and the circuit board. So guys, by testing these three, we will know what the problem is. So guys, in this video, I'll not be testing the lights on the plastic compartment as it's not important to me. The motors are more important, but if the lights are important to you, please do test it using the same battery. Just reduce the voltage to 1.5 volts by putting a resistor, mostly 2 ohms or 10 ohms, and connect it to the LEDs. So guys, do not use the same voltage without a resistor as it might just get the bulb fused. So guys, let's get started with testing. So guys, I use something like this and put it under the chassis. So guys, you can use anything like this, an electrical tape or anything that has a little height, so that we can lift the wheels from the ground so that they just don't run when the power is given to them. So guys, we will be testing the front first. So I'm just putting this under the chassis. So guys, just check whether the wheel is lifted. Yeah, it's lifted. So guys, get the batteries. So guys, whenever we test a motor, we do it twice, even the circuit board. So we will be testing the positive negative in one combination first and then the opposite. So guys, just choose any two sides. So you can see this blue and white wire, they go to 2 points. Just put these two wires at the same points, guys. I'll show it to you one more time, guys. So guys, as you saw, the motor worked and the steering actually happened. So guys, that was one combination. Now we'll test the other combination. So guys, it's working even this time. So it means that this motor is good. So guys, as you saw, when we did the opposite combination, the tires went in the other side. First it was like this, second time it was like this. So that's because we changed the polarity of the voltage. So guys, if your motor does not run in any one of the case, that means that this motor is dead and you need to replace it. So guys, if you wonder how to replace this, so guys, this motor is just any normal DC motor that you'll get at the shops for about 20 rupees. You just need to open these screws over here inside and then slowly take out these, remove these screws. So guys, this is a capacitor. You can reuse this capacitor on your new motor and just do the same way as it is now and it'll be perfect. So guys, now we will be testing the circuit board that is connected to this motor. So guys, we saw that this motor is working perfectly. So we need to find out whether the problem is with the circuit board. So guys, the battery is connected to the circuit board and not the motor directly. So we will be doing the same thing that we did with the motor to these 2 points where these 2 wires go and meet. So guys, just take the 2 positive and the negative ends and just put it on these 2 points over here. So guys, as you could see, the motor is running. Now just do the opposite combination, change the polarity. So guys, as you saw, it's working perfectly. That means the circuit board that is connected to this motor is working perfect. So guys, now we need to check this behind motor. So guys, it's a little complex to access the positive negative ends of this motor. It's over here. So guys, we'll need to remove the suspension part over here and then we will need to remove a cap that covers those 2 points. So guys, you just need to remove the screws over here. So guys, I removed all the screws and I also removed the suspension lock over here, guys. So this is called a suspension lock. It actually locks the springs into its positions over here and here. So guys, as I told before, keep all the screws safe. I also removed this cap over here. So guys, we are going to do the exact same thing that we did over here with this motor too, along with the 2 circuit points over here that connect to this motor. So taking the batteries. So guys, as you saw, I did move in the forward direction. Now we are going to do the opposite polarity, which is the reverse direction, and it should work. So guys, it's working perfectly. So this motor is perfect. So guys, one problem that I noticed while doing this is this wheel, guys. You can see this wheel is coming out of its slot more than this. And it appears to be that this wheel is actually broken. You can see, guys, the plastic is broken. So guys, we'll have to replace this also. So guys, I can reuse a tire, but I'll have to replace the rim. So guys, we'll keep that aside now, we don't need it. So guys, now we're going to do the circuit board testing for these 2 points. So see these 2 wires which go to these 2 points over here and here. So guys, you need to do the same thing. So like this guys, one side. So guys, the motor is working. If you feel that this wheel is not moving, you're right guys. That is because of this wheel which is removed. So if one of the wheel is removed, it means that the others will not run. That is basically the weight differentiation. The balance is gone, so this will not move. But it's okay if you can hear the sound. It means that the motor is working perfectly. So guys, now we're going to do the opposite polarity. So guys, even the circuit board points for this motor is working perfectly. It means that these 2 motors are working good. Now the only thing that we have to check again in the circuit board is the battery points guys. So guys, you can see these 2 wires, the black and the red. They are actually from this battery compartment and are moving to the switch and then to the circuit board. So guys, also check whether the wires are soldered properly to the switch. If they are not, then you need to solder it properly. So guys, you can see these 2 wires are going to these 2 points. So guys, we are going to test whether the circuit board is full and fully perfect. For that we need to do this. So guys, wherever the black wire goes, you need to connect the black wire of this, and wherever the red wire goes, you need to connect the red wire of this. Don't interchange it, as it might cause a short circuit. So guys, here there's only 1 time checking, it's not 2 times. So guys, after doing this, if possible, you should ask someone, or if you are able to do it yourself, then try to give a command from this remote, like forward or backward or side or anything like that. Only then will we able to run any of these motors, because the circuit board will only work if any command is given from the remote. So guys, as I told before, you need to connect these 2 to these 2 points. So guys, to make things easy, I've got an idea. You can see this wire guys, I just cut them into 2, slit the plastic away and then join the metals together, black to black, red to red, so that you can just connect these battery ends to these 2 points instead of those 2 points, so that it's easier. So guys, I'm just taking the red and tying it with this red over here as a power source, like this. Make sure it's actually tight. So guys, I'll be only tying up one, the other I will be just touching and then giving the command on the remote. So guys, as you saw, it is working perfectly. So guys, you just need to check whether the forward and backward are working. You don't need to check the sidewards, or just check the sidewards and not the forward backward. You don't need to check both motors, as we just tested them before. So guys, it means that the motors are perfect, the circuit board is perfect, and everything is perfect. So guys, the basic functions of this circuit is good, except one thing guys, that's the battery. So it basically means I need to change the battery, and it was such a simple problem guys. So guys, I hope you understood this properly. So guys, as I told, if you have any doubts, do put it in the comment section below. So guys, I will be changing the battery, and as I told before, if any of the parts are not working, do replace them, and it is very cheap. The circuit board is not going to cost you more than 150 rupees, and the motors are just going to cost you about 20 to 30 rupees. So guys, with this I would like to wrap up the video. So guys, I hope you found the video useful. Please like, share and comment in the comment section below for any doubts, suggestions or anything of that sort. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not a subscriber, as it helps me to put more awesome videos like this. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked it, and bye for now.